Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Michael, 77 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Throwing on first down. Knight going up top. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They try the left side with Johnson. A nice little juke. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on second and 10 now.
Check, butt set. Check, butt set.
Operating from the gun. Knight eluding the pressure right. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Back to throw. Knight steps away to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Now Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
Hurry. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
3rd and 2, Luck. He's got the completion to Strong. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Luck finding his emerging tight end Doyle for a Colt first.
We always look for breakout seasons, and Jack Doyle had one in 2016. 59 catches. Well, he didn't have that in the previous 3 seasons.
No, previous 3, 35 combined. But he was stuck behind Kobe Fleener for a while. He went to New Orleans, really opened things up, didn't it?
Yeah, and Dwayne Allen's been shipped off to New England, so Jack Doyle, truly tight end 1.
Go, run!
Play action, it's locked. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They'll try Michael on the right side. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Marcus Golden coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Luck. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Double tight, double tight. Come on, let's go.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Now let's go.
From the gun, Knight. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Knight forced out to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st down, Knight. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Throwing on 1st down, Knight. Buying time to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Knight dancing to his left. And he fires one incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
To throw on third down. Knight. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jonathan Hankins with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
We got three. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. One man. Switch.
Here's Luck now on second down. Gets it to Strong. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Luck. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he's got Moncrief. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Luck connecting with Moncrief for the Indianapolis first.
Watch time. Tight end right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They run again with Michael. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Let's go. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And that'll set them back 5. Operating from the gun, Knight steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10, Knight. He completes it to Nelson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 52, right 52. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Knight being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by the former first-rounder, D. Milliner. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And meanwhile, checking in on action down in Jacksonville, making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Vinatieri now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. Spinning past him. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
To throw on second down. Knight forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. A first throw for the backup Palmer. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Henry Anderson. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On second down, Johnson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Second down, 8.
Watch tight end. Watch it now, boy. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Green,
Operating from the gun.
Green,
Knight. And he rifles one incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He's going to field this at the 4. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's Luck. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Love. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. With it is Brown. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Seven yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
Tight end right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
4 down. Alert. 36.
The play clock's running down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Tight. Watch left. Tight. Watch left. Stop. Hey. We got 3 down. Cherry.
To throw again. Palmer. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Simon, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Palmer gets him set, 3rd and long for the Cardinals after the sack. They go play action with Palmer. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Tight left. Takes two. Middle. Three down.
And Palmer gives to Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
And the Colts coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine, I marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frosty Rucker in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Palmer. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Palmer to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let go. Right 90.
Out of the gun, Palmer. Being chased out left. Caught by Nelson left side. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
I'm here all day.
From the red zone now, here's Palmer on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Throwing again. Knight. And this is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And they have really been able to contain AP, and because of it, they've got the lead here in the 4th. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe. But not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right?
You thinking that might be a better way to
your
go?
Kicker, yeah. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let it roll. Check up. 53.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Luck now to throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. That one goes for 36 yards. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Locke. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out now come the Cardinals. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Ohio! Here we go!
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. This time Palmer will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now it's Palmer. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Henry Anderson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Carlos Dansby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Palmer. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. Here we go. It's Palmer on fourth down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They'll get 32 yards there. And it'll give the Cardinals a first down. Throwing again here, Palmer. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. A win would be their first of the young season. On first and 10, it's Palmer. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Barkevius Mingo in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. On second down, here's Palmer. Flush to his right. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, Palmer buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Left. Watch left. Hurry.
Throwing now, Luck. Dancing to his left.
Check three.
He can't get him down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Throwing is Luck. A dump down to Turbin. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
This is fielded at the goal line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Luck gonna throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Led the NFL with 1,448 yards in 2016. The first Colt to do so since Reggie Wayne in 2007.
And I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy.